Guardians, what's going on, guys? Your boy Sly here, back at it with another Destiny 2 video. And as you have no doubt seen by now, Bungie has launched their official release trailer, which, guys, is just effing amazing. I mean, if this does not take you to Hypesville, then you either must hate Destiny or you're dead. I mean, there's no other explanation for that. Now, I have the link to the full trailer down below, which I highly suggest you watch if you missed out on it, because it's not only a great marketing piece, but it has a ton of new stuff to take a look at, which is exactly what I'll be breaking down in this video. I mean, it has it all, guys. Tanks, guns, music, drama, new weapons, new armor, new story leads, Cades with a chicken. Did I mention tanks? I mean, we actually see NPCs fighting, which has never happened before. So much to take a look at, guys, so let's slow this bad boy down and see what we can uncover in this latest trailer. Now, it starts with something we all suspected since the console beta, that the speaker was kidnapped for his knowledge of the Traveler and its light. Now, I don't know if you've all seen this or not, but the rotating device that the speaker was in is actually trashed, and it fell off the side of the tower. In the beta, you can actually see the wreckage if you look down over the edge, but alas, no speaker to be found. So finally confirmed that the Cabal have him as a prisoner. You can see him all clamped up here, smoking as he emerges from some kind of, like, I don't know, prisoner pod or something like it. So we're finally going to get answers about the speaker, guys. It's awesome. I can't wait to hear, I mean, who he is, what he really does know, and if he is as knowledgeable as everyone claims him to be. Now, we don't know shit about this guy, so hopefully we'll get a little deeper details. As the trailer moves on, we see Zavala on the Titan outpost, as well as what sounds like it may be Hawthorne in the background saying that the war is over and that we have lost, which sets the tone for the rest of the trailer. The struggle of trying to, gain back everything in which you just lost. So our first scene here, really exciting. We see our three Guardians in some new digs with a new dead orbit cape, which sadly is a repeat from year one with just a few small adjustments. And the Hunter is also using what appears to be its katana-like sword, which everyone thinks might be class specific, but I'm not so sure, as we'll see here in a few. As we head to the right, the Titan has an awesome looking future Warcold hand cannon on its back, and I'm loving that big barrel, kind of clean line look. And even though the armor is the same kind we had in the beta, it's all scratched and dented. The front looks even better, which you'll see here in a few. And then you can't see much of the new Warlock except for the Viced auto rifle, and that's about it. But the most exciting part of this scene, y'all, is their location. I mean, look where they are, basically right underneath the Traveler. I mean, for years I wanted to get inside the last city, see what it's like, I know the new Midtown map does that, but it's not the same when you're actually inside a story mission. The large billboards, the lights, the tall skyscrapers. I mean, it looks like this time we'll really get a true first look into the last city. Absolutely stoked about that one, guys. Now, the reason why I think it's a mission and not just some cutscene is because of what we're walking out of. As we go up a little bit, you look behind them, there's some kind of ship that drops them off. So I do think this is going to be a really early story mission. But let's take a look at what we couldn't see earlier. Starting on the left, the Warlock is wearing what looks to be dead orbit armor and accompanying class armband and using a Hackett pulse rifle. The Titan has the worn out armor I was telling you guys about, which I think is way more authentic than having, shiny new armor 24/7. Then the Hunter on the far right has dead orbit on as well. I do like the new dead orbit helmet though. But remember the sword? Well, this look shows a completely different view, and it's actually not a katana at all. It's actually a pretty big chunk of metal, and it's shaped just like the sword that the Titan used in the other trailers, of course minus the T-guard on it. But I think this is actually, guys, I think it's just a blue or green weapon. I really believe that swords will be everywhere in D2. I mean, blues, greens, legendaries, exotics, they're going to be all types. I think they're going to be absolutely everywhere we look. And in the Hunter's hand, we see another one of those break-action revolvers that have been showing up in other trailers. But this time, it has a green shader on it. Now, how those work, we still really don't know. But I'm willing to bet that mods do more than just tweak the weapon's balance. I think skins will be a weapon mod in D2. As we move forward, something really interesting pops up here. It looks like we're following Hawthorne through the rubble of either the last city or perhaps remnants of the tower. Not quite sure, but as you can tell, there are citizens in there with him as we sneak around. But if you look hard enough, you can see a ton of unique gear. First, the obvious standout, the Warlock helmet and overall armor, which, by the way, looks amazing. But notice the Titan right behind the Warlock is decked out in the exact same kind of gold outfit as well. A pretty unique scout rifle and a couple of other weapons are kind of hard to tell what they are due to how far away they are, But still, I don't think all of these are common weapons. I wish I could zoom in, but it just gets more pixelated. Anyways, the next shot still follows Hawthorne and Cade, but Cade with a chicken. Now, of course, this is where the whole, humor pops in with Cade 6 talking about putting a bullet in Gaul's head and then wanting to eat a sandwich. Well placed. Alright, so moving on, next we see Zavala inside the city, but this time it looks like 2 warlocks are with him. Now we have that awesome Vex-like helmet, but this time it's not clad in gold, it's just like a dull silver. So it obviously shows that we're getting a line of weapon and armor shaders that are like all Call of Duty style gold. In one of the last trailers, we saw 4 gold weapons within them, so it makes sense to have a matching shader for armor as well. Now I don't know about you all, but I am really liking the Warlock armor on the left hand side. It almost doesn't look like a Warlock at all, but almost like a security guard kind of outfit. I was thinking that maybe we'll start to learn more about one of the lesser known factions within Destiny called the Tower Security Forces, because that armor is a complete turnaround from what we're used to, and I really like that. It's a new game, right? Let's branch off into something different. While we're here, take a look at the Warlock shotgun. It's very small. Now, could this be some kind of special shotgun? Because the ones we've seen so far were always huge, like the one you see here. But this one almost looks like it's a 410 in the real world, like a mini shotgun. Anyway, something I thought was just curious. Alright, so moving on to this next scene is pretty great, guys. We see Zavala basically manhandle a weapon the same size as him away from a legionary, and then some Sparrow action down in the streets of the last city. Anything that takes us deeper into the last city, I'm like all for it. And if we stop it here, you can see new types of Sparrows with like the bent wings in the front. I think this is going to be a perfect setup for Sparrow racing in the future. I could totally see like a last city map coming to SRL in the future. Now this is obviously a cutscene, so I wouldn't get my hopes up, but cutscenes usually start and end within the same area. So that means we definitely will have some kind of presence within the city before this kicks off. Alright, so as we move on, we see some more Sparrows racing over a bridge what looks like is on the edge of the EDZ and close to the huge Red Legion base that sits by its border. You can tell that by those huge walls. And of course we saw a picture of that not too long ago. Anyways, nothing much to see here except for some Sparrows from far away, but this next scene showcases some more weapons and shaders that we can expect to see. Here we can clearly see the carbon fiber skin, and it's not only on this Warlock's weapons, but the armor as well. So that makes the gold skins seem even more plausible now. Also, notice the Warlock. It's the same armor we saw before, but this time it's skinned with like a neon green kind of shader. But that Titan, that's new. I don't think we've seen that setup yet. And look at that hand cannon. Looks like Omalon hand cannons will be making a comeback. So fans of the Gunsmith, you guys should love seeing that. Now this next scene features another Warlock. What's up with all the Warlocks, right? A lot of them this time. Anyway, with new armor and a rather unique looking rocket launcher. It kind of looks like another Hake rocket launcher, but the skin on this thing is just crazy. It's like a black and white kind of cow theme going on. Not sure what that's all about, but the main shot here is that armor. I really like the direction they're taking these new Warlock helmets in Destiny 2. So after this shot, he goes ahead and blows up a couple of Scions, and yet another weapon pops up, once again in the carbon fiber theme, and I can't quite put my mind on what weapon this is, guys. I want to say it's an auto rifle, but I really have no idea, and this is kind of a weird angle. You'll see a better one here in a second, but it looks completely different from what we've seen before. Anyways, as we go forward, we see another new Titan setup, and this time you get a better view of that weapon that we just seen with the Hunter. However, this is a different shader. Same weapon though. This shape and style is entirely new. I don't think we've seen this gun manufacturer in any of the other trailers. It looks like a fusion, but the barrel is way too small. It should be bigger, but it almost has like a an auto rifle barrel to it. I really don't know. It's like a mismatch of all kinds of stuff. So kind of exciting to see new weapon types. Anyways, screw the weapon. Let's see some of these tanks. I cannot wait to see where all these tanks come from. I hope they're like present within a couple of different strikes. If not, maybe just chilling out in the open world. That'd be pretty sweet as well. Anyways, guys, as we get toward the end, here is where a few awesome looking weapons pop up. First, we see what looks to be another Lost section and that Omalon grenade launcher. But after that, the same Hunter pops up with the Dead Orbit outfit from earlier, and look what he or she is holding. It looks awesome, guys. This straight lines with like different kind of tone, pink, purple, deep blue, and then look at the slide on top of it. Although I'm having a hard time trying to figure out just what kind of weapon this is. I want to say fusion rifle because it has a charge to it, but it seems to do like an area of effect damage instead of just a linear shot like we're used to. It charges up like a fusion, like I said, and it's super quick, so I'm sure it is within that family. but it must have some kind of special perk where it gets like, the energy equivalent of explosive rounds or something like that. Either way, great looking weapon, and it seems to be pretty powerful. Although from the time it takes to charge and how close those enemies are, it seems like it could be more in line with like an energy shotgun. I don't know, but I definitely need it. Anyways, as the trailer starts to wind down, we get a couple great looks at what D2 is going to offer us in terms of map variety. You can definitely tell that we left the old consoles behind because this engine or energy beam weapon, whatever it is, it's something that the old machines definitely could not handle back in the day. They just see it and probably wither and die. So definitely glad that they're gone. And with scenery like this, I think we're in for one epic campaign, guys. Anyways, as we keep going, we see a few more weapons, nothing new, perhaps a Sparrows submachine gun or maybe an AR, along with some new epic strike locations. The ODST helmet pops up again, and that's really about it. The rest we've seen before, except for this. We have a Titan that looks... This shot right here is probably one of my favorite in the whole... I thought this shot was pretty awesome. We have a Titan that looks to be getting beat by a Cabal. Perhaps it's after he falls off the ship, within the Homecoming story mission. I don't know, but I thought this would make an awesome background for the PC. And finally, our last thing to gawk over is this. Guys, take a look at this gigantic hobgoblin. I mean, if you thought snipers were bad during oracles in the Vault of Glass, this beast will make all of your nightmares come true. Now, I don't know if this is a strike boss or a lost sector, perhaps the end of a secret heroic event, but I have to say that I am pretty impressed with the lineup of different activities within Destiny 2 so far. Anyways, that's about it, Guardians. Like I said, if you haven't watched the trailer yet, you definitely have to check it out, start to finish. The hype train is definitely building, y'all, and we are running out of calendar space. Now, before we go, if you're wanting to try out the PC beta this week, I have a giveaway going on where you can win some PC beta codes. The link will be in the box down below as well as at the end of the video, so definitely check that out. Alright guys, so as always, thank you all so much for watching and for supporting the channel. I plan to be pushing out loads of D2 videos the instant it goes live. So keep it here for more Destiny 2 reviews, guides, tips, and tricks, along with tons more. Feel free to follow me on Facebook or Twitter at SlyNation or SlyNation Gaming. Check out my giveaway and help me get this channel off the ground by sharing this with friends, spanking the thumb, and commenting down below. It really does help. I know it's annoying, but it does help. Take care, y'all. We're just roughly 2 weeks away from release day. Can't wait. And keep those eyes peeled for more D2 videos in the very near future. But until then, this is your boy Sly, and I'll catch you all next time.